All right, guys. Well, good morning. We have had a wonderful night here. This is just an absolutely awesome campsite. We loved it, and we are rolling on. Getting a little bit of a late start. It's 8:35 this morning, but we're packed up and we're gonna hit the road and start booking it towards Estcourt Station. Stay tuned.
Well, we found this sign, which is the best sign that we've seen thus far as letting us know where we are and what we're doing. Clayton Lake Woodlands Holdings LLC welcomes you, and then it gives you the road use and regulations and precautions and stuff like that. These guys right here stopped and to see if we were okay while we were reading the sign, and it turns out we are in the North Maine Woods and have been for the last 60 miles. They're very impressed that we haven't passed through a gate yet, because you are technically supposed to check in and pay, you know, to drive through and then also to camp here. And we kind of figured we were in the North Maine Woods, but we there's been no gate, no check-in point that we've seen so far, so we were just going to keep going. So they're helping us out, figuring out like what we're going to do, which we already know what we're going to do. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to figure out how to go through a checkpoint on the way back, because we owe the state of Maine some money. And we're not opposed to paying the money. We just somehow managed to weasel through without getting to a checkpoint. So, but the signs through here have been very, very minimal. So we're just not quite sure how we did that. But apparently there's a way, which isn't exactly great. But anyway, all right.
All right, so if you look straight ahead, that is the direction the route wants me to go, and that is extraordinarily overgrown. And if you can see, it's not super long to get to here and continue on, but just since we're out here sort of in the middle of nowhere with little to no help, if something goes wrong, I am going to backtrack. And by the way, that road, that's not too bad, goes in dead ends according to this map, but we're going to backtrack to this road and try and take that route over to keep going. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more open. This road right here was definitely far less traveled. It had some kind of pretty muddy tracks that were a little bit raunchy, but that's the first time on this route that I've run into any issue with getting through. And I imagine we probably could have gotten through there. We could have pushed our way along, but I'm not trying to take too many chances out here, as remote as it is. So we're going to go back and try this other road and see if that's a little better to get us over. All right, well, the detour appears to have worked. We're on Ross 18 Road, whatever that means, which is now back on my originally planned route. The little detour road was pretty tight and pretty muddy. Actually went four-wheel drive at one point just to make sure I could get through the tight, muddy section. But now we're back on the main road here, as you can tell. And like I told Mariah, it's pretty ironic. I'm not trying to make this hard. But if you are on the western side of Maine and you want to go to Estcourt Station and you don't want to drive all the way to the eastern side and take the highway, this is the only way to get there. Now, I mean, there's a whole patchwork of these roads, so there's probably endless combinations of roads you could take, but they're all roughly the same. And I, with the help of Gaia's automatic traveling, I started, picking basically the most direct route I could get from the end of the northeast backcountry discovery route to Estcourt Station, and here we are. So this is essentially the highway, or one of the highways that you're going to have to travel if you want to get there following the western side of the state. There's just literally nothing more than this out here. But other than that short little hiccup there that we easily overcame, the route is working and we are growing ever closer to the northernmost point of Maine. So if there was a Maine equivalent of that iconic shot in Arizona towards like Monument Valley where the road just goes forever, this would be it. It's kind of neat.
There's more.
Yeah, we crested the hill that you saw in the distance, and this is what was over the hill. Even more.
Travis has really started to like to run, and he's always liked to run, but I mean like long distances, and he has made it his goal in life to beat everybody back to the trailer, no matter how far. And he can run a long ways for a 3-year-old. I'm impressed. I don't know if you could hear him, but he just said, "I won."
Mama,
No, not right there.
why?
All right, so while we're stopped here for lunch, taking this opportunity just to do a couple rig checks here, making sure all our lug nuts are still tight. Not that you would know, right, but probably not fun to lose a wheel.
Oh, I know nothing about that.
And when you're bouncing down roads for, I think we're up to like 2,500 miles on this trip, things can get loose. We lost a bolt from our sway bar the other day. That was an easy fix, but doesn't hurt to just check on things. A little preventative maintenance.
Can we just take a minute though to appreciate the amount of mud that we've got going on right there? I mean, really, it is caked. It is caked here. It's like, shoot, 4 or 5 inches thick right here. Don't touch it. All around. We did do a little bit of car cleaning just with a rag, just so we can grab the door handles without getting caked in mud, but it's muddy.
We're pushing the limits of this bridge. It's only rated to hold 200,000 pounds. That's not exactly the moose sighting you want to see, but it's moose nonetheless. It was on the side of the road. It had been hit by a truck, probably. That was pretty gnarly. Oh yes, very dead. Well, I'd say it's a good sign that we're on Estcourt Road now. Means we're going the right way. And I think we may be on this the whole rest of the way. I don't know that we make another turn. I could be wrong, but we're going to be on this, I think, the rest of the way. We've got probably another probably 50 miles to go. So it's taken a while. It's 1 o'clock. But we're getting there. Hopefully we'll be there by, I don't know, 2 to 3 more hours, I hope.
Yeah, well, if the roads continue this way, you know, we're going about 40,
Sure.
between 30 and 40 miles an hour most of the time, so.
But it's hard to say. The roads have deteriorated plenty of times on us, or maybe there are some other turns we got to make that'll be on some slower roads. But either way, slowly but surely, like a buzzard eating at a dead moose, we're chipping away at it.
What?
Well, this is almost worth documenting because this is only the second moving vehicle we have seen today. And even since like nearly this time yesterday. I bet we've seen less than 10 cars in the last 24 hours. Absolutely, by far, the most remote place I've ever been. Alright, so as you can hear on the radio, we're getting radio stations in French. It doesn't appear that there's any American radio stations coming in. And we are moving into the point right about here, according to the map. Oh wow, look, there's civilization dead ahead. It's the first civilization we have seen, and according to the map, the left side of the road is Canada. Looking for a boundary marker. Haven't seen one yet, but the road is paralleling the line according to the map. It's pretty cool. We can finally see civilization for the first time in more or less 24 hours. I filled up at the last gas station that I passed, and I have 74 miles of cruising range left, and I am a touch below a quarter of a tank. This has been quite the journey. So here's a bridge crossing, and I think maybe right here the creek is the border, and right over there you might see a piece of survey tape, and that's pretty much it for the official border. I think dead ahead of us, if we were to stay on the road here, we would go to a customs, but we can take a right and stay just inside the US, because this road will actually cross the border and then parallel Canada on the other side of the line, which obviously we can't do, but that's how close we are right here, guys. US law report, more than $10,000 outbound or inbound to US customs.
Huh, it says if you go in that way, it says private road, no trespassing. You're entering the North Maine Woods.
Interesting. Well, here we are, the main road into Estcourt. This is Main Street right here.
Main Street.
Gosh, this is wild.
It really, like we're coming into town. Like, oh, there it is, look.
Holy crap.
Look how cute it is.
It doesn't look open.
It doesn't look open. It would not shock me one tiny bit. Yeah, it doesn't look open, it looks abandoned.
Okay. Well, I guess we're not getting fuel at the Gulf.
Well, the goal is not open, which does not surprise us. Joe's gonna slap a sticker on the pump anyway to say that we've been here. So we're a little bit nervous and confused because we're following what is supposed to be a road but really looks a whole heck of a lot like a, oh god, okay, good, a road. Because we've been kind of like skirting through the, turn left. I turn left.
No, turn right to go to right here, and then we can take that over to there.
Okay. Yeah, we've been kind of skirting like through a meadow, not knowing if we were in Canada or in the US, and it was a little bit freaky, but we found a main road now. I mean,
yeah, we're on a main road.
This is Main Street compared to what we've been doing. Well, we're obviously still very confused. I don't know what the heck's happening, but this
we'll come
is
down here anyway.
Apparently Estcourt, Maine.
Population somewhere between 0 and 4.
Yeah, we googled it.
Depending on the day.
Depending on the day, the population of Estcourt, Maine is 0 to 4.
It's looking like it's 0 today.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I heard a lawnmower running earlier.
Oh snap!
I think it was over in Canada though. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're leaving the rig right over there because it's sort of the last semblance of a road. Pretty sure that's in Canada. He's got a Ottawa sticker or a plate, and we're walking through here trying to get to this little pavilion, which it just doesn't seem like a road actually exists to anymore that you can drive on. But we're walking down this road. And so right there is a boundary marker. And then if we go right through here, we're staying in the US. Here it is.
Dad, this is a beautiful town.
It's a beautiful town, isn't it? Yeah. Wonderful little town.
I love this town.
We worked hard to get here.
It's just like a train town because look at train tracks.
Hey, that place is for sale
Oh,
if you want to buy it.
it's going there. Hey, it's still on that bridge.
We can go to the edge of it. No, if we went across the bridge, we'd be in Canada. The Canada-US border. And it's all in French for some reason. This would be some cool stuff if we could read it. There it is.
So that's the.
So that's in Canada, and this is the US.
Everything that looks like civilization is in Canada.
Pretty much, but best I can tell, this this little this thing right there, that picnic tables are in the US, and the edge of that bridge is in the US. Pretty wild. All right, guys, I think this is about as far as we can go. Come on back over, honey. The other side's in Canada.
Oh, the middle right there?
Maybe. I guess.
Huh.
Right there, maybe?
Hi.
I see it, Joanna.
Daddy, it's a ducky woods.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This is really, really odd.
So what I wanna
Really
know,
odd.
What I want to know, come on guys, is if I were to cross that bridge and go over there and come back, I mean, nothing would happen.
As long as you don't get caught, right?
Well, but and I'm not saying I'm going to, I'm just saying there's no...
Yeah. This is weird. I mean, it's an anomaly for sure. But yeah, if you want to come to Estcourt Station and get a t-shirt and get some souvenirs, you're going to be disappointed because there's nothing here on the US side. Now there's some cool stuff over there, I'm sure, but that's all in Canada. So yeah. Well, all right, let's get on out of here and try and get some fuel. Starting to stress about fuel a little bit now. A snail? Oh yeah. You think that's a Canadian snail or an American snail? American snail. Yeah, or I'm gonna need to see your passport. Guys, this is bizarre.
It's like
you know?
Chernobyl.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think about
That's
this.
a slug.
I mean, there's like a vibrant town right there.
Oh no, it's a snail. You're right. All right, let's get out of here.
There's a vibrant town right there, and we drove for 2 days and can't even get there. So weird. All right, let's head back to the car. Well, that was the coolest thing I ever drove through. 2 days of no civilization to see. We're gonna take Main Street right back out of here. This is the part that's a little interesting. You see where the gauge is a little bit below a quarter of a tank and it says 64 miles to empty? And I have no idea where the next fuel is, so that's gonna be fun.
We do have 6 gallons of auxiliary fuel.
We do have 6 gallons of auxiliary fuel, and something tells me we'll be using every last drop of it. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna get out of here and we're gonna have some stories to tell.